So we've got our site, and what we want to do now is take this site that's currently stored on our desktop. So for me, it's users, Tina May, desktop, the studio template, index.html. We want to move this guy into the cloud. So we want to get it hosted on a hosting provider and then connect a custom domain name. Now, to be doing this, we're going to be using GoDaddy and Netlify. Netlify is free, so you can use the first part without even having to buy a domain. If you want to purchase a domain, you can get them for as little as $10 a year. So if you want to just purchase a domain to be able to follow along, feel free to do that as well. There's lots of different domain providers. They all work pretty similarly, and they should be able to help you with that particular step if you can't see how their interface is different to GoDaddy's interface. But if you're buying one new, I would recommend GoDaddy just because then it's easier to follow along the examples. Okay, so we've got our files. I'm going to go to Netlify and sign in. I've already signed in, and this is the first thing that you should see. So we have two options: connect a site from Git or drag a site folder in. Now, when you are on the bootcamp, we use this option, and what it does is uses GitHub to keep every version of our website in sync. So GitHub is like version management for coding. So kind of like Dropbox for code. It keeps every single file in sync in the cloud, in the content management system, in your home desktop computer. So that's really good to use for more advanced projects or where you might have more people working on it. But for now, we're just going to go with the easy way of just dragging the folder here. So we go to Finder, we go to our desktop, we find the template. I have a lot of screenshots, and we drag it in. Okay, so it's building. We'll give it a second. There's a whole lot of very advanced functionality that's part of Netlify, but it also just does really easy instant hosting. So if I click on this link, which is the randomly generated URL for my project, I can see that we are online. So our whole website is online. Here you can see what I was talking about earlier, where if an image hasn't loaded yet, it's going to show the preview background color first, just to make it all fit. And it's already there, so I could take this link and send it to any of you, and you could access it on your phones, computers, etc. Pretty cool. All right, now if we go into domain settings, what we can do is over here, if we click edit site name, we can change it from Quirky Blackwell blah 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 to, for example, the Studio Canggu. And if that's not taken, then it'll update your subdomain. It's still by default got this .netlify at the end, but if you just need something, temporarily for now, that part is totally free. So studiocanggu.netlify.com already customized to me. If I want to add a completely custom domain, then here I would click add custom domain, and I would put the domain name in that I wanted. So let me check what domain names I own at the moment. What's not set up? HelloSeminyak.com is not set up yet. So we go HelloSeminyak.com. Okay. All right. So check DNS configuration. So there's a few ways that they can do it. The easiest is probably to do an A record. So here, create an A record for Hello Seminyak pointing to our IP address. So I copy that. I go to Hello Seminyak, Some hosting providers use name servers, some hosting providers use A records or A names. You kind of just have to follow the instructions. Okay, so we want to add an A record. We want it to point to what they told us, and we want it to just be the main domain. So hello seminyak.com. And that's it. So now we would wait. It can take up to a couple of hours. Let's try and refresh just in case. Yep, so it could take a couple of hours, but that is all you need to do to be able to have this linking to your real domain name. So eventually we'll be able to click on this link . It's not there yet. Eventually we'll be able to click on this link and it will go straight to our website. Domain connection can take up to 48 hours. So I always recommend to clients, if you have a tight deadline, have everything ready at least 2 days before. In the meantime though, we can still keep using the Studio Changu. And if you get stuck on that last step, the connecting the domain, you can copy those instructions, talk to GoDaddy's live support, and they will help walk you through the process. Pretty cool. That's it.